right, great. So, you know, guys, we already worked with the stick. I got my handy dandy tactical mop going on here. For video, those haters, it's a Serpa. Don't worry about it. I can't shoot myself when I put it back in. I just keep it as a, I don't use it tactically, but it's great for training. So, all right. We're going to use the stick or any straight object, a dowel, to work on connection to my opponent without pressing into him too much. So we did this drill first where I keep my arms extended and relaxed, and I just practice sliding this staff, literally just this hydraulic machine. I release my hips and my knees back and forth. And then I want to start just realizing if I put a little bit of stiction on his neck, that watch it, he'll just start, even if you're stiff, you'll just start moving because it's hip to hip and I'm not pressing down. This won't work no matter how much I push. The idea that my rotator cuffs and plus I'm going into his base, which is again that lips that's around him, I don't want to press into that. In this case, I'm going to send a wave of projection past him, and I really want to sort of launch him off into this location here. So the wave is going to go up and over, and then it's going to sort of press down. So it's like a wave that comes up on the beach, and then it just continues to go. So I work and I breathe. I'm going to go easy at first, and then I'm just going to project him down. Notice the position I'm in. I'm going to do it incorrectly. I'm going to look at his neck, I'm going to press, and I'm going to try to push him over. It's uncomfortable and irritating to him. And then I'm going to loosen myself up, come in, hands are relaxed, exhaling. Notice I'm projecting all the way through. He's going to slide it a few times, get the idea. If he presses, I won't go. If he projects me, he's going to keep his, very good, good diffuse vision, sliding good. He's got me on the hook. Just don't activate your hands. Don't move forward. Project with your hips. You have to remain upright. Remain upright. Press your hips forward. Press your hips forward. That's it. Through your hands. Good. Good. You don't have to rush it. Once you tip the tree over, get from this side so they can see. Work on that connection between, this is representing a rifle or any other grab blow. Good, nice, you're connected. Beautiful, okay? Get a little stiffer, don't do anything harder on your part. I'm trying to resist this, and I'm down. Beautiful, all right. So that's one connection we worked on. And let me throw a little more juice on this just so you can see it. He's ready, I'm coming, and I torque him down. I feel a little bit of torque on, you can feel a little bit of twist on that when I went down. Talk about that later. All right. Second thing we worked on is he's sort of in the Spartan spear mode. This could be a weapons takeaway, or it could be me in that position. Down, up, down. Please don't think this is a hand technique. This is a settle on him back to his heels. Settle on him back to his heels. Once I settle on back to his heels, I rise up over his heels, and then I settle again with my heavy weight. Stick is light. I'm going to press him down as hard as I can, do it incorrectly. Not going to work. I'm going to see the wave go through him. I'm going to put him down. So that's useful. Let Thomas do it. I want you to work sort of down, up, down, very light. You want to get me in the frequency. Yeah, just a little bit on my foot, otherwise it would have been great. Keep your head up. Down, up, down. There it is. I'm going. Beautiful. I want you to press hard, use your strength. Use only your strength, only your English. He's going to break the doggone pole, right? It's not going to work. Relax in the frequency, use your knees and your hips. Hands are light, I'm going. Very nice. So that's useful, the stick. And we'll transition next video to how does that work with a rifle. So why is this useful? We'll do the lower connection one first. And by the way, bolt out on this. Check again.
Yep, it's clear.
You good on this? Just want to double check. Yeah, okay, good.
Clear.
All right, we don't have so what happens is I'm working in and he bridges me, and maybe two hand wider, whatever he's doing, I'm really in the exact same scenario. It doesn't matter if he's holding the spear or I'm holding the spear. It's the same situation. So what I do is I go down, up, down, and I give a little pulse to the rear triangulation point. When I'm going down, up, down, it's a roller coaster car going up and down the tracks. It's not an elevator in the same place. It goes down into the trough, up to the peak, down to the trough. The destination of the second trough is the rear triangulation point or somewhere out there. So now what happens is I start the trough right now, I bring him up to the peak, and what you're seeing now is I'm moving before he touches me, which is way easier than waiting for this big lockup and then starting to work, which I can still work. So let go for a second. This time I'm going to take the wave and the roller coaster this way. So as he comes, as I go down, up, and I move my hips, and his desire to hold on to the rifle is to my benefit. Sideways, down, up, down. I can take him left, doing the same thing. I go down, up, down. And he's getting a nice little ride off of this thing. And it's not with my arms. It's tracing the barrel like it's got a magic marker on it. Let's take it really slow so you can see it. Watch what happens. Watch him chase this. Up with my hips, over the trough, project my eyeballs to where he wants to go. Come by again so you can really see this. Down, up, down. I need to uproot his 190 pounds mostly by your own desire to grab it. So these waves can be used in any plane that you want to use. The other character that we discover, right, is the Noshi character. And what the Noshi character is a question mark over the top and then a little pulse. And it can go straight and over, it can go in this plane. So in this case, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to question mark up and over and down. Now tighter. I can do the question mark sideways. Look, question mark out and bring it back to me. Now I'm not moving so much. Once I understand these movements, I don't need to go as far. So wave motions and question mark characters while he's holding on to my barrel. So we're on a logical stop because I want to go to a couple other ideas right here.
Thomas Trimble, Plant City Police Department. Started this week in physical conflict resolution with Ken Good. Really didn't know what to expect. Come in here. We started out actually kind of almost like a slow, modified dance, so to speak. Some arm control, leg control, hip movements. Worked on our breathing quite a bit. So during that time, I started taking all this in, didn't really know what to expect. The first day, kind of skeptical. The second day, kind of got brought into it. The third day, I was pretty amped up, excited, could not wait to use all the tactics that he had shown us. So I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've been doing it for about 5 months now. So I decided to take these skills and these tactics and apply it to the course. So we get done Wednesday night. I don't tell anybody here, and I don't let those guys know at my gym where we roll at anything that I'm taking this class. Go in there, we go through some of the emotions, we go through some of the movements, and then we start rolling. Immediately, I get hooked up with this purple belt, and he puts me into a rear naked chokehold. So based upon what Ken was talking about, I kind of crept in the side of my neck, turned a little bit, was able to get a breathing point and began to breathe. And for the first time in the 5 months that I've been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which isn't very long, I could actually feel my opponent. I could feel his movements. I can feel his breathing. I could feel all of his muscles contracting. And I was able to breathe right through it. And during that time, I could feel whenever he was getting exhausted. And as soon as he got exhausted, I was able to break free and the fight was on. And to be able to take the tactics and the things that he's taught us here and apply it out there without anybody knowing. Because in here, we know kind of what's going on. Okay, so this is the motion, this is the way that I'm supposed to fall, this is the way I'm supposed to go through it. But having been with guys that didn't know I was in this class, taking these different basic ideas, breathing, movements, control movements, breathing, feeling your opponent, matching and moving, and applying that and actually seeing how it works, it's just phenomenal. Great course. Appreciate it, Ken.